Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a very, very easy new moon ritual. We're going to make a talisman. Now, if you're watching this when I publish it, which is for the new moon in Aries in April 2021, then I'm publishing it super last second. And I wanted to make sure that the one I published was very easy and that you already had everything on hand that you needed. So that is the plan. This is an intention talisman. You can make it for whatever intention you want. I'm going to gear mine more towards confidence, and I'll explain why in a second. But let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we?
Shooting star without a safety net. Now give me a ride. I'm going far beyond where the sun sets.
All right, so for today's ritual, the only things you need are going to be pen, paper, some kind of smoke, an incense, or like a smudge, or whatever you have, copal, palo santo, etc., whatever smoke you want to use, a cleansing smoke. Now you can also use an incense that's relevant to your intention. That would be an added kind of empowerment, but not required. You also need a piece of jewelry that you already own, whatever you want to use. The basic idea is that we're going to make a talisman. We're going to charge an intention into an object, piece of jewelry that you then wear. And we're going to charge it under the new moon. It's very, very simple, very, very short, like 15-minute ritual with like good effects. I would recommend though that if you want to continue to use this talisman, that you recharge it every few months or so, as it feels appropriately. Although I would say avoid eclipse season, which I'm pretty sure is coming up. I don't know exactly when, but I'm pretty sure it's soon. So do this now and then wait till after eclipse season and then recharge it. Now, I have videos on how I prepare for rituals and also how I smudge my space, both of which may be useful to you. If you haven't seen them already, I will link them in the box below. I'll also put them right here if you're interested. I think those are really advisable to empower any ritual. And I used to go through all those steps in my videos, but my video is 20 minutes longer. So now I just put them in a separate video. Go ahead and check them out. So do those, prepare your space. Then you want to set up your actual altar space, ritual space, whatever you want to call it, whatever works for you. I recommend always that you just follow your heart. Just decorate it however you want. I'm not a rigid kind of practitioner where I say you have to use certain things in certain positions, or just whatever feels right to you. I would recommend using any crystals or herbs or items or totems or statues or anything that is special to you or is relevant to your intention. Like I have little owls that I always use because owls are one of my animals, and I have little owl statues that I always put out when I'm working. So things like that. So decorate your space however you want to, and cleanse your space, that kind of stuff, right? Once you're all set up and situated, you're gonna make a sigil. Now, I realized when I sat down to record this that I have been forgetting to make a sigil video. It's been requested a bunch of times. I always forget about it until I get ready to tell you guys to make one, and then I realize I never really go over that. Very sorry. Here's the basics. Here's the easiest, shortest, most simplest way to make a sigil, okay? There are quite a few methods, but here's the one that I would recommend is the easiest and that I default to. Take a word or a phrase, okay? Write it out. Remove all of your vowels and all repeating letters. So they have one of each consonant remaining, okay? Take those letters and try to combine them into a shape. I usually start with a circle. Circle is my preferred method of sigil creation. It doesn't have to be. You can make whatever the fuck shape you want. Go crazy. I then try to put those letters into that shape to make kind of your own sigil. You can also reduce those letters down to basic lines and strokes if you prefer. That's where I think it gets a little bit more complicated, perhaps, but that's the simplest way. Just to literally take the letters and kind of creatively make a sigil. That sigil is then a shape which is encoded with your intention, right? That's the basic, easiest way to make a sigil, okay? So what you're going to do is decide on your intention, make a phrase or a word, make a sigil, okay? You are then going to take your piece of jewelry and your sigil, and you want to smoke cleanse both of them, all right? And then you're going to kind of sit and just do an intention meditation where if you have a candle, that oftentimes, that's how I like to do it sometimes, is just stare into the flame. And if you're watching this when I'm publishing it, we have an Aries full moon. It's a fiery sun, a fiery energy. It wouldn't hurt to include a little fire in your ritual if you're doing it at this point in time when I'm publishing it. And you want to not only visualize your intention, but you want to use emotion. So you want to take your thoughts, your mental constructs, and move them into your emotional body. And once we have them fully sitting in our emotional body, that's when we can move them out into the physical world. And then we will push the energy through that way and manifest accordingly. I think the emotional body is really kind of the gateway. So feel how your intention feels. Like once it's fully realized, what does it feel like? And fill yourself up with that emotion while visualizing your intention. And I would say do this for at least 5 minutes. You can do it longer if you want, or less if you kind of feel done or just can't anymore, whatever the reason is. Use your own judgment. You're your own guide. There are no rules. This is all creative personal expression. You are a creator, so feel free to create however feels best to you. Once you feel yourself full of the feeling, and you fully realize and visualize everything, I want you to pour your intention into your piece of jewelry. I should have mentioned also that you want to place your jewelry on top of your sigil. I don't think I mentioned that specifically. My bad. Place your jewelry on top of your sigil. And then you're going to pour your energy, your intention, your feelings into the jewelry. And then I just want you to let the jewelry sit on your sigil overnight through the night of the new moon. And you can additionally leave it in a windowsill or even outside if you feel comfortable and have a place you can do that. But I would leave it to sit with the sigil throughout the night of the new moon. And then in the morning, you have a talisman. It's very simple, very quick, easy ritual to do. I do think, though, if you watch my how to prepare for a ritual video, if you add all those steps in, it really superpowers the whole thing. So I would recommend doing that. But again, it's your choice, so live your life. I will additionally tell you what I think this kind of talisman is especially good for is confidence. I think this particular kind of ritual is great for the intention of confidence, motivation, that kind of thing, because it's a piece of jewelry you're wearing to imbue you. It's like a little power up, right? And I think when you add that confidence and intention and motivation into your life, it kind of bleeds into all areas. Like for me personally, I'm working on my physical health and wellness and diet and all those kinds of things, right? And I'm not doing well with it, honestly. And I'm having troubles keeping my life kind of all balanced. Everything's fine, but I can feel myself teetering, and I'm getting kind of burned out, and I'm that. Like there's these feelings happening that I feel kind of off. So the intention that I want to go with is kind of a confidence, just an overall kind of confidence booster and motivation kind of thing to get me to kind of reassert before I fall and teeter off. You know what I mean? I'm having one of those, like, I'm fine, but I can feel myself kind of getting lazy in certain areas. So I think this ritual is specifically good for that. You can put any intention into it, but I really think it's good for personal power, like doing something for personal power for a piece of jewelry that you're going to wear regularly. As a final ending note, I want to let you guys know that I have started a private Facebook group. It's the Atlanteans. I'll put the link below. It is, you can find it on the groups tab under my Stormy Atlantis page as well, easily. If you vibe with me, you can come hang out with us. There's a cool group over there. Don't forget also, if you've enjoyed this video or if you found value in it, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the whole nine, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are planning to do for your new moon ritual and what jewelry you're using, what your intentions are, that kind of thing. Happy new moon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.